Hey guys, it's Matt from the corner. Yup, to your surprise, G let me take the reins and he gave me one video to make. So with this in mind, we're finally gonna do what we've been needing to do and talk about a racing game that is not Mario Kart 8. Today's game is Art of Rally, which was a game made by the studio Fun Selector, and I've been following these guys for quite a bit. They made another game previously called Absolute Drift, which I enjoyed. This game kind of sets up what you'll see in the future, but it doesn't feel completely off from Absolute Drift. The game in question goes through the history of Rally, which is pretty wide and diverse, and honestly, if I had to talk about Rally, I'd probably talk about it for like 3 hours, so do your research on that. But for the looks of this game, the game looks amazing. I played it on mostly high settings. I didn't really go into max like epic. I don't have the best computer, but on high settings the game runs amazing. It's really nice. Game looks very pretty. It's just a good looking game. Like, it just looks really nice and everything is smooth, and I didn't notice any problems besides one game mode, but we'll get onto that a little bit later. The content of the game has a lot of content. I'd say a lot more than it did previously with Absolute Drift. I find that Absolute Drift was kind of lacking since it only had one map, but in this game you have tracks that kind of mimic the rally championships that occurred way back when. So you have locations such as Finland and Japan and Germany and so on and so forth. And some of the tracks actually very much mimic the atmosphere that was seen in genuine rally. The layouts are very fun to drive on, especially if you have the right car. They're genuinely like really challenging as well. They can be very challenging. I played the game mostly on medium, so I didn't really strive for like doing it in the hardest difficulty. But as someone who plays a lot of racing games, it isn't the easiest racing game to get your hands on. Like, I find myself not being completely brainless when I am driving around the track. But it's also, well, I guess in my case, it's not as stressful to where I need to like lock in order to get this turn right. It is very fun. Driving through these tracks is very fun, and they're all really great tracks, and they're all very creative in their design as well. As an example, we have Norway, in which you literally drive on like an ice river or like a lake, and they just have a path for you, and it's honestly so bizarre and pretty. And even if you get your car on the ice, it slides more, so it's like something to be aware of as well. It's really fun. The mechanics of this game are honestly really fun. It's pretty simple. It's a racing game, turn left, turn right. But if you are more into rally like I am, you'll have like the skills to kind of execute certain movements like the Scandinavian flick. This game is very easy to learn, hard to master, I've noticed. It's honestly like, it's pretty simple to get forward, but if you really want to cut some time down on your run, you need to really concentrate and like learn maneuvers to do it. And just learning that and getting used to it makes the game a lot more fun. The game has a ton of cars, way more than previous. I'm honestly surprised on how many cars they had. They have at least 5 districts, which kind of match the cars, and the car layout, like the car designs and stuff, very much match what was going on in rally. As an example, you have the Group B, like Ford RS 200. I don't know what it's called in this game, but you can kind of see it, and they look very similar, but they also hone it to their style, so it looks nice. You get your Mini, and it looks really cute in the game. And it's honestly, I like the developers did a really good job with the designs. I really like how they look. In terms of modes, you have quite a bit. When I first played the game, I got dropped into free mode, which is like a free roam mode, where you're kind of just going around doing the scavenging hunt. And I didn't know that there were more modes, so I kind of looked at all of these. I just looked around the map trying to look for like the one letter or the one photo or the fun selector truck. But I kind of thought it wasn't that fun. I thought that was the whole game, and I was kind of bummed out because from what I've seen previously from trailers and stuff, they looked like, you would have rally stages and you would drive on them, which is the case, but I didn't know this at the time. Free mode doesn't run the best, I've noticed. I don't know if it's specifically the map, but I think the game kind of having a full variety or like just a big wide map doesn't really suit this game, because I kept playing it and I've noticed frequent frame drops, and sometimes something would load in and then the frames would drop. I find myself like, if I wanted a very, very smooth experience, I had to downgrade my settings to either medium or low. Thank God this isn't the case for the whole game. The game has a career mode in which you do multiple rallies in order to kind of level up. You unlock cars that way and deliveries as well if you keep doing that. It's basically the main mode. You have time attack if you just want to set a record on a specific stage. Custom rally, it is essentially the same thing as time attack, but I guess in the case you get more access to just all of the cars, or most of them at least. And then yeah, you're left with free roam, which I'm not sure, I might need to play that more, but it's a cool mode. It's cool. I like what they were doing with it, but honestly I'd rather just play the normal like custom rally or career mode, if anything. The cars handle very good. I've noticed playing the game, the handling and just the mechanics of the car itself is very good. They're very specific as to which drivetrain the car has and what engine the car has, and they do this just to fit it with the real life equivalent of the car. I find the music for the game to be very nice. I'm not sure who at Fun Selector or if they got someone else to do it, but the composer for such songs did a really good job. I really enjoy the music. It is very much something I would hear in like, I don't know, like maybe a rally video of some sort. But yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about this game. This is a really good game. I really love this game. This game is honestly so fun. It's honestly pretty addicting because I find myself just like getting on and playing it and just having a good time, and then just looking at the clock and realizing that it's been 3 hours. It's a very addicting game. This game is really fun. It's I think currently right now it's like about $20 Canadian on Steam. I'm not sure. G can correct me on that. But I'd say it's well worth the money. It's really good value, and it even has a multiplayer mode. Well, to be fair, it's not multiplayer as in I can play with other people in the same track. It's more of they set a time and then I set a time. But it is always nice to have that. That's gonna do it for this video. Subscribe to keep yourselves cornered, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.